Well, here we are for the first match of the Balance Invitational America Pacific. Right, starting off in the south, playing as Brits, we have AshaBlois playing with Royal Artillery, locking that in straight away. If I'm familiar with AshaBlois, Korean player, very, very high level, especially with the Brits. Quite often rank 1 with Brits on ladder at the moment. And then facing off against him in the north, we have CaptainSPrice. You all know and love this blobber. Infamous for his place, but very high level as well. Playing as Aussie, and in his loadout is Encirclement, bit of an unusual one. Mobile Defense, and Lightning War. We are playing on the Balance mod, version 1.2. So no call-in tanks anymore. Valentine is still a call-in, but no call-in heavies or mediums at least. So a big shake-up to the 1v1 meta, which has largely been relying on stall-ins throughout the entire game's history. So there you go. Both players just capping up their own sides of the map so far, and we're seeing a very unusual build straight away from Price. 3 heavy machine guns underway. So Asher not scouting this early, not going to be able to adapt to this. Oh, he's going for a universal carrier, which is a decent counter with the either the flamethrower or the Vickers upgrade, but now these days with the slightly lower armor on the universal carrier, it doesn't deal quite as well against machine guns as it used to. So we'll have to see how he gets on. Can also go for the sniper that has received some changes in this patch as well. Much better aim time for the British sniper, makes it much nicer to use, we'll put it that way. So there we go, first shots fired. And away goes the machine gun. Very, very slow start to this one. Machine gun setting up now. Asher has put some sandbags down right in front of the base, kind of covering this side as well. Oh man. Terminator, thanks for the sub. Oh, here we go. Machine gun getting busy? No. Getting outmaneuvered here and has to retreat, so slightly bad start for Price in that regard, but already completed his tick to battle phase 1 and getting out some Panzer Grenadiers already. And here comes the Wasp charging in, but as I mentioned, taking a decent chunk of damage from the MG42 frontally. Has to back out. Pool of Flames still doing quite a lot of damage to the MG. Might be forced away, might even die. Oh. 1 man left, still kicking. Maybe the Tommies could come in here and finish the job. Oh, I don't think they're going to quite have sight, but they might have been able to steal it there. So close calls, but yeah, that's what I was talking about. I feel like these days the universal carrier is just maybe a tiny bit too fragile. Oh, and here come the Shreks. Universal carrier in trouble. And goes down straight away. Definitely didn't get his value out of that. Let's go on behind heavy cover here. Engineers coming in from the other side. P-Greens do have the Shreks. Can fight back a little bit though, whilst they still have 2 STG models, and Engineers end up pulling back now. AshaBlois has completed the first stage of tech, hasn't started with the bolster or anything, has quite a lot of resources floating. And is going to go for the sniper to counter this MASH MG spam, which I think is the right decision. Gotta be careful he doesn't get chased down by 222, but Price hasn't even started this tier 2 tech quite yet. Going for a medic bunker first. This sniper could get some real damage done this game with no fast 222 to counter it and no counter snipe available because he also hasn't built tier 1. For another squad of Panzer Grenadiers is Price. Does have access to sprint in this commander, so might be able to sprint down the sniper. That's something you have to be careful of. I should just content to pick up shots from these buildings, and there we go. Sniper getting the first shot in there. Machine gun in the house. Gonna have to evacuate. A little bit slow getting out, but does make it out. And Asha putting up some mines as well to help defend this sniper. Good decision.
On the prowl.
One advantage Price also has is ambush camouflage, though, with this commander. Being able to camouflage your units behind cover is also good counter to the sniper. I feel like this is maybe going to be quite strong going forwards in these patches. I've been playing a lot with Storm Doctrine myself. Now finding ambush camouflage to be very, very handy. Just got a P-Greens charging. Oh, okay, dropping a model now. Oh, Jono, thanks for the resub. 3 months. Okay, now
I can't really catch your streams.
sniper going to work.
But love the YouTube videos. Lesson 3.
Thanks.
Heavy armored
Jono.
car ready.
5 kills on the sniper, and Price getting himself some stormtroopers. Gonna get an ambush going here. And straight away, Asha on the retreat. Good reaction times. Here comes the AEC. Interesting. He still goes for the AEC despite no light vehicles. But can be quite helpful for chasing away these stormtroopers. Spotting them at long range. With all these units potentially having camouflage, it's going to make it very hard for Asha to use his sniper here. I'm sure Price will be trying to get ambush on these Shrek squads as well. Stormtroopers advancing here. Sprinting forwards. Looking for the kill. Oh man. Oh, Asha reacts. Stormtroopers going cover to cover here, but AEC going forwards, gonna fend them away. Here come the Shreks behind this though. Sniper looking to get some shots off. And he throws a smoke to cover his tracks. Interesting play there from Price. Actually getting more and more kills on that sniper. Dancing out of the return fire from the machine gun. Doesn't have the bit 2 sight bonus yet. And here we go. This... Oh, sprinting forwards. Cover to cover here. I don't know how he hasn't been revealed, but he's right on top of the sniper here. Activates the tactical advance, and the sniper goes down. Nice play there from Price. Enterprising stuff with the stormtroopers. Looks like his machine gun and stormtroopers are going to make it out alive as well. Price also getting in there with the sweeper, taking care of that mine. And starting his battle phase tech now. Going to be very close to a tank already. Said very strong map control. Asha did go for the 5-man upgrade.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Nice grenade as well. Grenade tech for Asha. Reasonably slow game in terms of command points, so maybe Asha locking in Royal Artillery might come back to bite him here. Very slow progress to the Valentine, which is one of the main reasons we see this commander selected. And that's, if he tries to go for the Valentine, that's going to come in at an extremely late time in this game, so probably not going to be worthwhile against Price's incoming medium tanks. But Price actually going for another squad of stormtroopers. So that's going to delay his medium tank timing. He's not going to have the manpower to build a medium tank at this rate. Just relying purely on infantry right now. Asha going for another sniper though. Price once again going to try and advance with the camouflage. There you go, one unit breaks cover there. Stormtrooper's still in there doing some good damage though. And do you know what would be quite good against all these units? The assault Tommies. So maybe an opportunity gone begging there for Asha, locking in his commander so early on in this match. Because the sniper's having a hard time getting going. And Price being very cheeky with his camouflage so far. I didn't realize that the stormtroopers had such strong camouflage as well, and being able to camouflage while sprinting. That seems pretty strong. It seems pretty strong. Being able to camouflage whilst in sprint. Maybe once you activate sprint, you shouldn't be able to camouflage anymore.
Welcome to the show.
Sniper getting some good shots in here. AC waiting. Don't think he can go cover to cover here to close in on the sniper, but Price is pulling back from the fuel now. Still just has this machine gun overlooking the fuel over here. Stormtroopers moving around in a sneaky manner. Asha really needs to get some mines down on like these positions here. Stop stormtroopers coming in from all angles. There's quite a lot of munitions in the bank as well. There's a viable option. Might not actually go for weapon upgrades as well, because odds are he's going to be running into all these units close range, so the LMG's not really going to help him at those ranges. And here we go, he's going after the sniper again, sprinting. And the sniper just goes down in the blink of an eye. They have to go through that slow retreat process, but mission accomplished. And that's what I was talking about. It needs those mines down on these positions. Oh, tactical advance again. This one should make it away though. Actually going for another sniper, not one to be deterred. Grenades are helping him fend off the stormtroopers, but not that effectively. And here we go. Asha does end up going for a Valentine. As I mentioned, Price going for the Panzer IV, and he could have had this out a long time ago.
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
And Mirage Fire, thanks for the host. Ooh, MG down. Could have had this a long time ago if he didn't go for that second squad of stormtroopers.
The territory is out of contact.
Okay, picking a few more shots here with the fresh sniper. That's his third sniper now. And Asha not very well prepared for an incoming Panzer IV. The Valentine not matching up against it too well. Better than nothing though, but he's going to need a little bit more than that. Some artillery coming in here. This is from the concentration barrage, so actually gets P4 with the blind critical there. Oh, and he hits him with the tread shot. Could this be the end of the Panzer IV already? One more shot needed. Valentine has to back out. AC bounces the killing blow. Lucky break for Price. And everyone gets away alive, including that very, very low Tommy. But that's going to require a decent chunk of repairs for both players. Price escaping it very, very low, because he took some damage, remember, from the artillery, which is why he ended up at such an unusual amount of health there. Actually going for some attack grounds here, but the AEC doesn't have very good AoE damage, not even revealing the camouflage. Not even getting a tiny bit of AoE damage onto that Stormtrooper squad. And backing this up now with an AT gun, but as we've seen from Price, the sprint combining with the Stormtroopers, if they get on top of the AT gun, it's going to go down very rapidly.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Double Shreks over here. AC in big trouble. Oh no. How did he not see them earlier? Oh, but they miss. One of them misses. AC might have some chances of survival now. He's sprinting forwards. Ooh, and they don't reload in time. And the AEC makes it out alive. Man, that is so lucky for Asha. One of those tricks missing at like point blank. Maybe there was an attack ground over there from Price and didn't quite chase far enough with the Shreks. But Asha feeling the heat now. Price pushing over to his side of the map, getting a lot of territory under control. There's that AT gun. Okay, it's back at base. Maybe sent it back to be safe against the incoming Stormtroopers. Another Panzer IV out for Price. Asha still hasn't even started his tech yet, so not going to have an answer to this anytime soon. Oof. Good hit from the P4 there, but 6-pounder returning fire. Sniper getting a few more shots in, but in comes a sprinting squad of Stormtroopers again. Sniper has to retreat. Valentine softening up the squad. Oh, good hit there. P4, second P4 coming in on top of the 6-pounder. Here come the Shreks. Two squads sprinting forwards here. Valentine makes it out, but double grenades on top of the 6-pounder. Also just making it out, but potentially not. In come the tanks. AC and Valentine defending. Treat shot out again. He's turning around with the 6-pounder. But a couple misses. Panzer IV is going to make it out alive. Valentine getting some good hits in here. 6-pounder very low. He's got to be careful pushing forwards with it. Some daring raids from Price. Almost getting the result. So many near kills. Activating the AP ammo, but Valentine has pretty sturdy frontal armor, so not going to inflict enough damage. But here comes Panzer IV, the healthy one. Valentine has to pull back. Price is going to be a little bit strapped for repairs at the moment. Only one squad of pioneers.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Asha finally got his tech cooking. I wonder what tank he's going to go for. Honestly, in this situation, I wonder if he's going to go for Anvil and just get out a Churchill. Do you have to remember in this mod, the Churchill doesn't get access to its grenade until Vet 1 though, so maybe that makes it slightly less appealing. Valentine not at full health here. In come the Shrek sprinting forwards. Heard it through the fog, but they miss so many shots. Valentine does escape alive. Asha retreating away. And he's going, yeah, he is indeed going for Anvil.
Units are now ready to use Anvil defensive drills and tactics.
So another thing that also got nerfed with the Churchill now costs 2 more population from 16 to 18. So it does occupy a little bit more of your army space. But yeah, should be able to soak up those Shrek shots without too much trouble. Very, very hard to kill still. Nothing's changed in that department for the Churchill. Price coming forward for the sweep here. We're going to be able to get it done, but... No. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, they retreat. Okay, squad sprinting forwards, cover to cover again. Asha does have quite a few mines down though. Asha doesn't have that much screening infantry, so Price is, you know, sneaking forwards with these stormtroopers. It looks like he's maybe setting up a play that he could force the sniper to retreat and then come in from the other side with his Panzer IV to knock it out when it's in base here. No mines on the base entrance there. So close to these stormtroopers, but doesn't reveal them. Here we go, Shrek sprinting forwards. P4 misses the first shot. Behind the sight blocker there. No Shreks come through. Stormtroopers sprinting forwards. Oh, sniper could be in jeopardy. Hits the mine though. And they end up getting forced away. Sniper meanwhile picking shots at the machine gun. That's getting low. Needs to retreat. Oh, he's going to run the 50-50 here. Sniper doesn't quite get the shot off, maybe lost sight of it there. Lucky break, and now actually we're seeing some trenches going down for Asha to try and hold the line. Interesting stuff. I don't know if these are that good against stormtroopers. I suppose they'll stop stormtroopers from just wailing on you close range, but stormtroopers do have the incendiary grenades, so they are pretty good at clearing out the trenches. Price going for bit of aggro on the base, knocking out the machine gun on that entrance. You see, head over that way, but doesn't really want to take on a Panzer IV head to head. And Price has gone for a Stug as his third tank. That should help against the incoming Churchill. And here it comes. Gonna greet the Panzer IV. Bounces its first shot though. Still also pushing forwards. Price making heavy use of the camouflage here. Another option, you know, if maybe Asha hadn't gone for this commander specifically, he could go for a command vehicle, one of the other commanders, and use the recon planes that it gives to help spot all these camouflage units. Another potential way to counter all these stealth units. Churchill pushing forwards here, Stug rotating around, but a T-gun is there. Trade blows here. Stug coming out worse off, taking 2 shots. Was that even 3 shots? How did... No, it's just 2. Oh, Stormtroopers sprinting forwards, looking for the kill on the 6-pounder. P4's pushing behind this. And almost instant decrew on the 6-pounder. AEC sitting there, needs to mobilize. Shrek sprinting forwards now as well. One Panzer IV is wounded. Oh, and we got a Vickers now laying down some suppression. Building goes down, but section didn't quite get inside it. And here comes the Valentine and the AEC. P4 backing off. Valentine, not shooting at Panzer IV immediately, but tread shot again. Sniper getting some shots in from the side. Stormtroopers sprinting after the sniper, hit a mine, but no suppression. AC goes down, Strug coming forwards to back up the Panzer IV and actually try and destroy the AT gun there. Down goes the AT gun. Sniper's still alive though. And so is the Churchill. But Price coming out ahead. 6-pounder down. Actually having to rebuild that now. A lot of mines down for Asher though. That's one thing to his credit. Really helping stop these sprinting stormtroopers. Price does have a lot of repairs, but did end up getting 2 squads of pioneers now, so a little bit more rapid in that department. Sniper misses a shot there, being suppressed. And here come the stormtroopers revealing themselves briefly, allowing Asher to get out of there. And Churchill getting in there for some damage of its own. He's upgraded these engineers with the heavy sapper upgrade, so we have the boosted repair speeds. But I wonder if Ash is just going to go for another Churchill now.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Once he gets the fuel and the resources together. Double Churchills are a real headache to deal with. Smoking off the cap here. Asher still has around 250 remaining. So he's not in trouble yet. But Price's armor back up, ready to rumble. Shrek's on standby in the middle, also looking for some action. Do have the Vet 1 speed boost at the moment, being near vehicles. Still getting in for some damage. Here come the Shreks. Sweepers pushing forwards along with this. Price covering every angle. But ends up retreating there. P4 coming in from the side, pressuring away the machine gun. 6-pounder rotating. Might find an angle here. Does. Churchill bouncing its shot. Make his way over to the trench here. And Sniper picking some shots as well. Churchill pushing forwards. Trading blows here. Stormtroopers coming out worse off. Could even go down if they're a little bit unlucky. Valentine heading over this way. As I mentioned, those incendiary grenades pretty good against units inside the trench. Oh boy! Big shot from the Valentine. Late reaction from Price. Asher going for the chase down. Misses the killing blow. And not going to chase all the way. Playing it safe. Just going to force away the machine gun here. Here comes the Panzer IV from the other angle. Valentine going to have to get out. And nice AT gun positioning. Going for some attack ground action, but missing the mark. Once again though, Price coming out slightly better off in terms of territory, still controlling the central VP and harassing Ash's side of the map here. And it is indeed going to be a second Churchill for Asher. This one now at Vet 1 has access to the crew grenade, which could help out. But as I mentioned, these do cost 2 supply more now, so not going to have quite as much room in his army. Sniper getting some good shots in and retreating. Vickers Vet 1 now inside this trench has such a good arc of fire here, covering the center from all the way back here. And I imagine Asher's final unit will probably be another squad of heavy sappers, just to speed up repairs on the double Churchills. Looks like Price is gearing up for an assault down this right hand side. Doesn't have much infantry over here. Bring the sweepers forward to clear the way. Asher does have a few mines down. Price is taking every precaution. And here we go. In come the Shreks. Connect in a big way. Churchill takes a lot of damage there. And before clearing out these mines. Ooh! Speaking of mines. Valentine triggering that one there. Comes forward to trade blows with the P4, but it's got the skirts. Not going to go too well for the Valentine. Meanwhile, Asher pushing forwards over here with the fresh Churchill, putting pressure on Price's mediums. Taking some damage in return. Asher having trouble finding an angle for a 6-pounder at the moment. And come forward, get some snipes on this machine gun that Price pushed up with. He knows that there's a squad of stormtroopers over here. And then goes the incendiary grenade, flushing him out again. Covers his tracks with the smoke now. P4 pushing forwards. Churchill there to return fire. Where's that 6-pounder? Once again, not quite in the right place at the right time. Machine gun gets forced off, and this squad going to come out of suppression now and jump back inside the trench, activating the healing as well. 200 VPs left for Asher. You heard the announcer. Valentine coming forwards here. And misses its first shot. Second shot is a little bit better. Shreks now pushing through the middle. Asher regaining control of his fuel. Troopers have backed out. Asher repositioning the 6-pounder. Price once again just covering the middle with the smoke, holding on to the VP there. Asher slowly draining out. Man, I feel like he's been repositioning the 6-pounder again and again and again. Finally get some damage done with it. Yeah, indeed. We do have another squad of engineers for the final unit for Asher. Being upgraded with the heavy sappers as we speak. Does have a sweeper on this other one as well, just in case there are any telemines down for Price, but I don't think we've seen any quite yet. Might be what he goes for next. Or maybe he's trying to set up close the pocket play. That would be spicy.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Might be using the critical shot there. Oh, stormtrooper sprinting forwards. And try to get the sniper, but no dice. Now have to retreat with the slowed speed, but I think they're going to be able to get away. 6-pounder and double Churchills squaring off. Asher making a bit of a push here. Ooh, big shot from the P4. Section in trouble. Late retreat. And down it goes. In comes the concentration barrage in the back lines as well, clearing out the machine gun. Shreks bouncing here. Churchill's armor too strong. And have to retreat in the face of the Vickers in the trench. P4 coming in from the side. Double Churchills and the 6-pounder right there though. They could go for the chase down on it. No activation of the blitz for Price, but Asher a little bit slow on the chase. Decides not to push in any further. But he could just charge in, honestly, with these two Churchills. Get a lot of damage done right now. Whilst all of these Shrek squads have retreated. They're just playing it safe. But does end up losing one of his sections. Wonder if he will go for a replacement section. Potentially another machine gun, or maybe even another squad of heavy sappers. Hard to tell at the moment. Remember that the Vickers has got slightly better suppression in this patch as well, so it does make it a more attractive option than it was previous. Stormtrooper sprinting forwards. Oh boy, that Panzer IV might have overcooked it. Price instantly blitzing away. Only taking one shot of damage. There we go, Churchill's getting in there for some damage on the Stormtroopers. Going for attack rounds is Asha. Forcing away the retreat. But Asha, you know, just ticking down on the VPs. 172 remaining. Oh! Dodges right into the bundle grenades. And the squad goes down. Oh no. Nice grenade from Price. Throwing it to the side. Asha tries to dodge to the side and ends up running right into it. Cheeky grenade from Price. And comes the concentration artillery knocking out the MG, forcing it away. And Asha gonna try squeezing one last Churchill into the build. 3 Churchills now. And that is a almighty force. Oh, he's going hunting for this Panzer IV. Missing a few shots there. In come the Shreks. But he could just square off against them. Churchills have just enough armor to get the job done. Bounce enough of them. And certainly the health pool, such that taking some Shrek damage doesn't really matter too much. Asha has reinforced that section, which has meant that he doesn't quite have the population to get this 3rd Churchill. He needs 2 more. So he needs to lose a little bit more on maybe 1 or 2 squads so that he can get it. You can really feel the impact of this population change on the Churchill tank right now. Otherwise he would have it. Oh! Sniper in trouble.
We're losing a capture point.
But the stormtroopers can't quite get the job done. Oh, another squad of stormtroopers deployed, maybe a little bit too late, looking for the sniper. He's going for a close the pocket maneuver? Potentially no. He doesn't have nearly the munitions for it. Broke the supply line. Stormtroopers go down to the mine there. I was getting all hyped for a close the pocket action, but he just has nowhere near the munitions for it. Maybe he wasn't even aware of that. Certainly could have been very, very strong given this position. All of these territories being cut off over here, but I don't know what's going on there with Price. He does have a lot of manpower floating as well. Could chuck down a couple caches potentially. Maybe increase the munitions flow. Churchill's taking a good chunk of damage this time. Still in a good position there. 6-pounder pushing forwards. Now actually Asha gonna go for a cache. He's aware, he's like, oh, I don't want to close the pocket. Ruining my day, so he's getting down the cache to defend against it. Good counterplay. Okay, Churchill's forwards here, taking quite a lot of damage. Vickers finally getting suppression on the Shrek squads. Now they're taking a lot of damage in return. A lot of bleed there, but doesn't really matter too much for Price because he's got 1,000 manpower in the bank. And he's getting these territories under control now as well. Asha going for the repairs, but feels like he's really just waiting for that last Churchill before makes his move. And yeah, here it comes. He dropped a couple models on that Tommy squad. Now the 3rd Churchill has arrived, and we could see Asha go in for a big push now. And I still don't think we've seen any mines go down for Price, so this triple Churchill might even just be able to go all the way into base here. He doesn't even repair this one fully. Speaking of going all the way to base. Oh, and stormtroopers sprinting forwards. Sniper in trouble. Gets out of there in time, but now the AT gun going down rapidly. Vickers finally gets the suppression in. Speaking of going down, machine gun goes down to the double Churchills. In comes the Panzer IV. And they're going for the kill on the 6-pounder. Asha does need that 6-pounder to help fight against the Stug. A lot of bleed onto those Shrek squads, but they do make it out alive, which is the most important thing. And now Asha mobilizing his armor, going straight down the middle. Strug backing away, hits Vet 2, and here comes a pack for Price. Knows he's up against so much armor, needs a little bit more anti-tank himself. Can't really rely on the Shreks. And Asha gonna pull back now. Going for another squad of sappers, so not actually gonna go for another AT gun here. Interesting. Asha does have access to the concentration barrage to help counter the pack. So that's one thing to his benefit. And Asha didn't stick around to destroy the machine gun over here, but I don't think Price really wants it that much anyway. For some attack rounds. Now that there's so many craters, these stormtroopers camouflage is going to be even more effective. And the pack getting a few good shots in there.
Engine warmed up.
Looks like Price is just going to destroy the machine gun. Doesn't want Asha getting his hands on it. I don't think Asha really wants it either. He's got the Vickers in the trench in a nice position.
To the show.
Right, another job done well by sappers.
Okay, so a little bit of downtime whilst everything gets repaired. Churchills do have such a high health pool, does take a long time to repair them, even with the heavy sappers. But now he's got 3 of them. Not too bad. Asher at 100 of 100, so can't even fully reinforce the squad of engineers. Does have the option to go for maybe a forward assembly up here for healing or reinforcement. Could be an option to help lock down his control of the center, which is... he needs lockdown on the center. 83 VPs remaining, and he comes for another assault here. Churchill's running straight down the middle. And Asha getting off to a pretty good start. Valentine has to pull back. Oh, and down goes one of the stormtroopers. Asha continuing the push. Going in here. Pulling in the concentration barrage. March of the Churchills here. Things are getting heated. Down goes the pack, crew grenade, and the artillery clears that out. Valentine goes down. Churchill's pulling back now. Shrek's also getting forced away. And comes the P4 from the other side. Churchill's still very healthy. AT gun gets destroyed by the artillery. And a fresh squad of stormtroopers deployed again, and Sniper's still alive though. Maybe Price was looking for close the pocket this time, but the cash shuts him down, and the stormtroopers get killed on retreat. Churchill's going in for the Panzer IV now, isolated from Price's other armor. And gets a couple hits in, but doesn't want to chase in. Maybe he's worried about tellers. Hasn't swept up here for quite some time. Triple Churchill's getting the job done right now. Go on the warpath. Here come the Shreks back out again. But they're taking a lot of bleed. Get some good penetrating hits in. Another team weapon destroyed, and Churchill's all about half health now. Looks like Asha maybe going to pull back. Get some repairs in finally, but a good raid there for Asha. I'll take a look at the KD right now. He's way ahead in KD after that raid. And Price finally had to burn through all of his reserves, investing in 2 Strugs now to try and counter this triple Churchill threat. And that's actually going to be a pretty effective counter, I would say. Combining with the Shreks, I think that's a little bit too much anti-tank for the Churchills to hold in against. Expensive runner, thanks for the raid. And without an AT gun, Asha may be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going for another machine gun to try help lock down the territory. He is very low on VPs. That is a very important thing for him to consider. But yeah, that munitions cache may be saving the day there for Asha, locking out that close the pocket attempt from Price just earlier with the stormtroopers deployed behind enemy lines. He could actually just outright destroy this building to stop any more stormtroopers coming in from the rear. Might be a fair idea. Okay, now Price's army. Oh, look at this. This is a huge army. Rarely you see this much armor in a 1v1. This is a real treat. Charging forwards, but very hard to control this many medium tanks at once. 5 medium tanks, that is a tall task. Might just put them in 2 control groups. The Hansfors in one, the Stugs in another. Oof, big shot from the Churchills and the sniper. No capturing there. Looks like the Shreks maybe going to come around the side here. Asha hasn't replanted any mines over here. We could find an angle. Might be able to even get the closer pocket going. Price still has plenty of resources. Could also go for breakthrough. Doesn't really need the fuel. And here we go. Activates the breakthrough. Going to get all that bonus speed on his tanks. And here we go. He's coming in. Triple Churchills are all at full. Shreks pushing forwards as well. And one P4 goes down. Ooh. Oh, another P4 goes down. Oh, man. And Asha calling in perimeter overwatch. Both the Shrek squads go down to it. And that just went horribly wrong for Price. He lost both his Panzer IVs, both his Shrek squads, and barely even scratched the Churchills. Oh, man. And that's the thing with these Churchills, man. They are just so durable. Nearly impossible to kill. But Price not going to be deterred, investing in yet more Stugs. I think that's a good choice. I feel like the Shreks, the Pegrine Shreks, weren't really helping him out too much anymore, just against the sturdy armor of the Churchills. Weren't quite getting the job done. And similar story, the pack was pretty good, but getting countered by the concentration barrage. Also struggling.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Maiden. Pretty slow dodge because he did activate the tactical movement. And Asha holds. 76 VPs remaining. Churchill's back up to full, ready to make another assault. Do you have 3 Stugs at the waiting? Still, Price never put down any mines to slow these Churchills down. I feel like that's a big hole in his game. No tellers. Perimeter Overwatch about to wear off. Just how that ability lasts forever. And here we go, 3 Stugs, 4 Stugs now. Churchill's, oof, taking a big chunk of damage. And now Asha's like, oh boy, that's just too much firepower.
The Huns have 300 points at the moment.
Has to back away with the Churchills in the face of that many Stugs. Hey, Quintinity, thanks for the resub. And Asha actually sweeping up. He does have some tellers, but they're on the left side of the map, not down the center. Okay. Couple of tellers over here. Haven't seen much action over there yet. Asha finally getting some capping done over there. Price still has a huge amount of VPs remaining. Going for the white on retreat. Heavy sappers do have that armor though, so a little bit more durable against these stormtroopers. Allows them to escape. Churchill's back for repairs. Asha now the one floating a tremendous amount of manpower. As I mentioned, he could go for the forward assemblies. With the forward healing, forward reinforcement. And Price also going for the repairs. At the moment, You know, Ash is the one who kind of needs to force the issue, because if Price is able to just continually build more Stugs, these Churchills are just going to be even more hard countered.
A capture point is being overrun.
One really good ability that we haven't seen used from Asha are these flares. They're really strong on this map. Give you sight of just about the entire map. One thing he should consider doing before he makes those big Churchill assaults should help with his positioning. And Asha getting down a few more mines now. Good idea. Looks like Price now going to go for the sniper. He's had enough of Ash's. That's at 30 kills. Been doing pretty good. This was his maybe like third or fourth sniper. And looks like Price actually going to go for tier 4 now. Putting down his heavy Panzer Corps. Wonder if we're going to see a Panther from him potentially.
A new sniper under our command.
Maybe even a Boombear, I don't know. Hard to tell. Players doing some sweeping and mine planting. Looks like Price is maybe going to put some more tellers over here. Did that one end up getting sweeped, or was that just the same one from previously? I'm not sure. Bit of a stalemate right now. Oh, Ash's sniper. Price's one's right there waiting for the counter snipe. Oh. Oh, there he goes. He gets it. Had to retarget since the sniper went sideways. Had to re-aim his gun, but he ends up getting the kill. And there we go. Asha loses his sniper. Instead of going for another sniper, going to invest that army supply into a T-gun now to help counter these Stugs. I think that's a good choice. Okay, here we go. Attack ground action with the Churchills, but has to be very careful with all those Stugs nearby. They can inflict so much damage. Looks like Price is going to get the neutralize at least, but then hit the retreat. Attack grounds through the smoke. Too threatening to the stormtroopers. And Asha going in for the capture once again. Actually under the cover of smoke grenade still, so sniper can't get any damage in. Sniper got vet 1 off that one kill. Going to work now. Usually snipers give, what, about 2/3 experience, I think, but because that sniper was vet 3, he went straight up to vet 1 himself after that kill. Both players doing some sweeping and some mine laying on the flanks. You never know when those could come into action and decide the match. And is Asha going to try go for another push now? Price is slowly building his armor up. He is going for a Boombear. Sniper now providing some sight.
We're losing a capture point.
Okay, Churchill's coming forwards. Fending off the squad from capping and may even get the wipe here. T-gun. Oh, he does! Max range. Lucky break there for the Churchill. That's up to vet 3. In fact, he's got 2 vet 3 Churchills now. I believe that means he can remove engine crits by themselves if they are in combat.
You need something?
And it feels like Asha's got this game sewn up right now. Onus is on Price to turn things around.
Are securing our territory.
But Asha, playing defensively, sitting back, just holding onto the VP here, is allowing Price to rebuild his army. Was it around 50 supply, and now he's all the way up to 78. So he is slowly grinding his army size back up. Okay, 3 Churchills at full health here. Getting busy, charging through the middle, AT gun and sappers pushing behind it. And he's going to get right on top of the Stug here at close range. One Stug goes down. Price really needs something providing sight so these Stugs could open fire earlier. One Churchill getting very low. Stugs have backed out a little bit too far though. Churchill allowed to back away and the Brumbier goes down. Churchill's going in now for the kill. Stugs getting low. One shot from death. Churchill still pushing forwards. The low health Churchill coming back in. One Stug goes down. Another one in the back. Very, very low. One shot. One Churchill goes down now finally. AT gun pushing behind this, supporting. This is the Vet 3 Stug. Bouncing a few shots thanks to the skirts. But the Churchill's just overwhelming here. And all of Price's armor is now dead. AT gun does end up going down in the back lines. But I think the Churchill should be able to make it alive. Could always use the crew grenade if he really wants to. Also dropping some arty on the base exit. So Price can't make it out and do anything here. And it looks like this one is sewn up for Asha after that heroic push. You can really see the strength of the Churchills there. Just near impossible to kill. Even with Stugs. Maybe if Price had some sight so that the Stugs could have done some more damage as the Churchills approached, he might have been able to get the job done, but once the Churchills were in range to return fire, in a head-to-head fight they just overwhelmed the Stugs. Price looking for the capture over here, but nothing happening. Figures in the trench covering it. Asha going for the triple cap now here, looking to lock Price out of the game. Honestly, Price probably should have just surrendered after that last assault. Asha just going for the cleanup now. So he's not going to go for a third Churchill this time, no. Well, he's briefly going for a Firefly, cancels that. Looks like he's going for a Cromwell now. Something a little bit more nimble. Not finish the job. And Price, not to be deterred, going to continue investing in the Stugs. Maybe he thinks he can execute it more effectively this time. Churchill's back for repairs as well. They'll be out of commission for quite some time. But Asha with the triple cap. 140 VPs remaining for Price. Speedy repairs coming in on the Churchill. Now 3 heavy sapper squads going to work. And a Brumbier coming in for Price now.
Breakthrough tactics are ready for use, Commander.
The thing with the Stugs is, they still don't quite have enough penetration to reliably penetrate the Churchills. And that does cause Aussie some headaches. Same with if you go for the Jagdpanzer, it also doesn't quite have the penetration to reliably deal with the Churchills. They're just at such an awkward spot of health and armor for the Axis to deal with. Maybe if you use the heat rounds on the Jagdpanzer you can do alright, but other than that it can be hard. T-gun pushing forwards for Asha. Churchill's behind this. Can Price hang in here? Oh, Brumby gets found out at an awkward angle. A T-gun pushing behind this. Price with nothing. No sniper to force us away quite yet. Brumby trying to clear out the AT gun. Double Stug's going to work on the Churchills. But the Churchills just have so much health. Can sit right in front of the Stugs and just not a care in the world. Stug gets abandoned there. Got a fresh Churchill as well behind this. Looks like he cancelled the Cromwell. Final Churchill. And your Stug goes down. Petri Churchill goes down, but so will the Stug. Asha immediately rebuilds Churchill. And now he's going in for the base. And Price finally throws in the towel. Oh, there we go. What a marathon match. 1 hour long for game 1 of the title of the Balance America Pacific Invitational. Yep, we're underway. Game 2. And now we're finally joined by Momo.
What's up, guys? Glad to be back. So this is game 2, huh? The first round of our Balance Tournament Invitational. And I believe AshaBlois won the first game, right? So we have him up in the north this time as the OKW. So with a standard opening here, going to the cutoff with the Stern Pioneers. Mr. CaptainSPrice in the south, playing as probably faction he's most known or hated for, whoever, you know, you are on that side of the coin, but it's opening up some conscript. How you been, Tyrope?
Good. Just getting everything set up and ready to roll. The tier 1 start with a conscript. That's don't see that too often.
No, it's pretty interesting actually. I don't know. I mean, there's been a change in the meta too much while I've been not playing so much. But I mean, it just seems like a standard M3 opening. Maybe he's just gonna elect to put conscripts in it over. Oh no, he's actually getting a sniper.
Yeah, bit unusual. You need to move your face back from your mic a tiny bit.
Should be better.
Yep.
Yeah, I never liked sniper versus OKW personally. It doesn't have as big of an effect as it does versus Oster. I mean, just basic math and the size of the squads. So you're not as effective as killing grenadiers, knocking out a quarter of their firepower.
Yeah, we'll see how it gets on though. You know, Price, he's always got some kind of crazy strategy cooking up. And here it comes into the battlefield. Slow engagement here on the fuel. And backing this up with more conscripts now. That's very interesting. There we go, first snipe there. It's just going to be like, oh no. Interesting for
I mean, let's
Asher.
be honest.
Sorry.
Will we expect Price to really do something expected that we can predict? Not really, right?
No. Expect the unexpected. That's the classic for Price. Oh, and here we go. It looks like a squad coming in. Asher trying to get a flank on the sniper. Sniper picking shots as it backs off.
Volk's trying to backpedal there, but end up taking another hit from the sniper while the conscripts cut off that angle. Combat engineers holding off as long as possible. Good job by Price there, giving his sniper time to run back. But look at these Stern Pioneers though, trying to close in, baiting in with those Volks, getting pretty low.
Yeah,
Fortunately, conscripts aren't a good finisher, so moves away towards the Stern Pioneers.
Stern Pioneers could get the sniper kill here. Oh no, maybe not on 2 models. They don't have the DPS anymore. He's bringing the Fox from the other side though. Uh-oh.
Oh, is that
Knife
one
fight.
model? Oh, I thought he was going to do the little run around the Rosie.
He's gonna go for the kill on them. Oh, the sniper!
What is he doing?
And the sniper goes down.
Oh, it goes down.
So much greed from Price there, looking for the kill on the Stern Pioneers and loses the sniper for the trouble.
That's a game, right? AshaBlois is 32 fuel income. This is going to be a Panzer II coming out in the next minutes. There's no Panzer Tactician. And he's locked in shock rifle. I mean, that's huge. You're already kind of at a manpower disadvantage versus OKW early game with all the meat grenadiers they can build. So losing your 360 manpower investment this early is like just awful.
Yeah, that was so greedy. It was looking pretty good, you know. That sniper got so many kills, but yeah, just hit retreat, keep it alive. That could have been the deciding thing for the whole match now. He's going to rebuild the sniper, but I mean, as you mentioned,
Wow.
a Panzer II going to be coming in any moment now, so rough stuff.
You know, from my history of watching Price and playing against him, casting, all that stuff, when something doesn't work, he just doubles down on it. You know, every problem is a nail, and he's got the hammer. So one sniper doesn't work, let's rebuild it. Not only rebuild it, but build a second one once he gets the manpower.
Could be
And
the
still,
way. One issue at the moment, though, having to rebuild that sniper is no medics, so the squad's going to be coming back onto the battlefield low health for Price.
There's our beautiful P2 in production.
Yeah, exactly right.
OKW standard meta for quite some time now.
Yeah, what I was going to mention is Asher doesn't have Luftwaffe ground forces, which tends to be the best OKW counter to the sniper, because you can just use the Valiant Assault and just sprint your plot forwards and force it away every single time, potentially wipe it as well.
Yeah, that ability is really busted. Getting obers or falls, and STG Volks in mass are pretty troublesome with that sprint ability, especially when it comes to snipers, support crews, all that stuff. They get wiped out pretty quickly if you're not paying attention.
Yeah. So Price finally getting medics in base, just leaving 2 conscripts in base because they're so low in health they just bleed crazy amounts of manpower if you try to send them back onto the battlefield. He's just so far behind. He's going to need those conscript AT grenades shortly as well, because in comes the looks.
Yeah, no tier 2. Barely has the manpower to even build tier 2. Does he have medics? He does. He's actually getting 18 aids, so figures out the timing. Pretty straightforward. 6 to 7 minute mark is when the Lukes gets put out onto the field, and it's looking for its first target.
Yep, might even go for the base dive on the sniper here.
With that sniper, I just assumed he had bank hunters in his loadout, but he didn't, so there we go. 18-8 saves the sniper from getting rushed down at the base.
It's just going to go for the second looks, try to close out the game right here. I think that's a good play from Asher.
Yeah, just don't give him any time to come back. 2 Lukes is plenty.
Asher always has so much munitions as well, almost fully upgraded with STGs now too. He's in control.
That AT grenades bought so much time though for Price, because the Stern pile, sorry. Yeah, they hit a mine and they got sniped, and they've been retreating this whole time, so they haven't had a chance to repair yet. It's just been sitting there idly for 2 minutes.
Yep, and in that time Price did put down his tier 2, getting closer to that timing for the Zis. Still struggling for map control though, getting cut off and way behind right now.
Tripwire flares though. Sneaking in as much as he can with the few resources he has. He's got some mines down. Actually, mines got detonated. But tripfires are pretty annoying to deal with. Doing a good job of holding that one DP, because the one huge problem you have with dealing with this OKW early aggression is they leave you with such little VPs to come back with that you just have no time if something goes your way.
There we go, double looks operating on either side of the map now. Price in a lot of trouble. Is this about to pop onto the field, but can't be at two places at once. Asha pushing aggressively now behind this. Asha pushing up cautiously though. Aggressive and cautious with the sweeper. Spots a tripwire on the cutoff. And this misses the first shot.
A sector has been cut off.
Okay. Asha just
The
playing.
other loops hasn't moved a
The
bit.
enemy is taking what we have secured.
It's just waiting there for a time to pull up. Taking his time to sweep though, pretty smart. He did eat a mine around here earlier.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Trying to cover all those angles.
Supply lines have been cut.
Is Spec Ops banned from the tournament or something? Or did he just elect to not have it?
No, I mean the Command Panther's behind tech now, so
Oh, that's right.
yeah, there's no real reason to use it. No
Cool.
overwhelming reason to use it. Still has infiltration grenades and the artillery flares, but let's face it, it was all about that Command Panther. Oh, here comes the looks coming in from the rear, maybe looking for the sniper. Who's back in the face of the Urian conscripts, doesn't want to take a snare. And Price hangs in there. Oh man, Asha going for a walking Stuka now. Knows that Price is so heavily contained into such a small area. Walking Stuka almost cannot miss.
Yeah, I love that. When you're ahead like this, and your opponent just resorts to AT gun walls, just get a Stuka. The second Zis is coming out too, so...
Oh, Lux does take an AT grenade now, backing away.
Fortunately for AshaBlois, the other Zis, the original Zis is defending the sniper from the second loop. Here comes the first Stuka barrage. Clips those conscripts, does a lot of health damage and knocks out a model. Forces the retreat, but Price does lock out that VP, slowing the bleed down a bit. Actually, not too much of a difference between the two right now.
Yeah, Price
This is
hanging
good
on.
for Price.
Yeah, really admirably, I would say, in terms of VPs.
Fly half track is in action. Standing.
The double looks, you know, he's done enough, you know, he's snared them, slowed them down enough. And the snares have come in at really good timings, as you mentioned, like both times they get snared. Stern Pioneers haven't been nearby for repairs, so it's meant a lot of downtime for these two looks. Price does have the Zis camouflage as well, so that may make targeting the walking Stuka a little bit trickier for Asha.
True. And all this works in Price's favor for his strat of just holding on to the IS-2. But since it does require mechanized armor, he's got to somehow fit in the resources and time to go back and tech.
Oh, one Zis misses. And that allows the looks to escape there. That was a lucky break for Asha. This is a pretty big blob of Fox Reindeers coming in from the right though.
Have arrived. The enemy is
Yeah, you usually see this happen when the micro tax gets a bit too much. You got the 2 light vehicles, you got 5 squads, like, oh, let's just drag, click, and move forward. And you just separate them as you go, like you just did here. Although you can see that he's not really
forces are capturing our
engaging
supplies.
efficiently behind cover, running up at bad angles. You can always notice that with some players, with everybody, but you know, more so certain OKW players.
Oh, he's going for the sniper, I think.
Into the artillery barrage, ready to fire.
Does he get it?
He's got shock troops as well. Really late. And super weak to Panzer II.
Yeah, but you know, it's just enough to hold back the Volksgrenadiers so he can let his Zis try and answer the looks.
Do you think Price knows that he has to build Tier 3, Tier 4 for IS-2?
Yeah.
Or is he just looking at the 10 CPs like, oh, they buffed the timing?
I think he knows, but he's just playing a steady pace at the moment, you know. He doesn't have to invest in tech at the moment, and why invest that manpower now when you're still so far away in terms of fuel?
Oh, the volley's coming. This Panzer II looks like it's gonna go down. Just barely comes out of the arc. Let's see, does he have the engineers? He does. Para-engineers are up on the mechanized regiment.
Yeah, but it's quite far in his base, so, you know, it's a bit further for the looks to back to get to the repairs.
Yeah, it's not at that angle in the corner where they'll walk around the shrub and come repair you. You actually got to go into the base.
Oh.
Let's see, Stuka.
Sniper gets forced away. That's another thing why Asher's blowing up so much, so he can just like charge head on into the sniper, and if he drops a model, he's still got enough momentum to keep pushing.
I want to see AshaBlois build obers. They're really good at killing snipers, so be an effective counter for him. All it takes is 1 second of not paying attention, and you'll get zapped down by those MG-34.
Yeah, yeah.
Just instant deletion.
Okay, well, so Asher going for a MG here instead of the Obers. Interesting. Once again, Asher a little bit careless on his Panzer II, allows another snare in. I thought these double looks would really do a lot more damage. Oh, here comes a walking Stuka as well.
You know, I think he was going for the retreat there, because I don't know what Price was doing there, but he saw the mines go down. He just walked over him with the shock troops. They didn't get suppressed or anything. And AshaBlois was shooting the Stuka in the retreat path, hoping he'd get a panic retreat from Price, but fortunately it worked out for him. But look at this, more shock troops coming out for Price. Which doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, honestly. Looks could be in trouble here. Doubles this on the chase down. It's got the engine damage. Trying to hide behind this haystack at the moment. Nice attack ground through the hay. Is this just out of range now, and enough squads to screen so that it can't chase in for the kill.
She's really looking for a hard counter to SDG Volks, but since there's still 2 Panzer IIs on the field, they can just rear up and support them, no problem.
Yeah, but he's bleeding Asher pretty well.
Panzer II hits a mine in the base, Price planning a base dive mine, and the Sturmpiles were still a bit too far behind to sweep it. But luckily for AshaBlois, both Zis guns are in the right corner of the map defending the sniper.
Yeah, it's very good to get a mine down on that, especially if you have a sniper to stop those kind of base dives.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Conscript's coming in for another AT grenade, one more, and that looks could go down. Is this actually coming for the chase down as well from the other side of the map now?
Oh, early Stuka coming in, panicking, looking for the conscripts I would consuming. Oh no. Looks for the sniper. Sniper's going through the middle, gonna start sniping this MG-34. Zis guns are still crawling after the Lukes. Conscript's trying to sight for it, but fortunately there's these Volksgrenadiers just buffering and covering that angle. MG-34 is not paying attention here. Loses most of the squad.
I mean, things could be going a lot worse for Price at this moment, though, so Pretty admirable hold for him. That was this rotating, going to help protect these combat engineers on retreat here.
Let's see if he starts teching. Then we'll know if he actually realizes.
LEFG 18
Oof, big 1-2 punch there, connecting with the looks.
capabilities ready for the
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Look at these combat engineers. The shock troops are in the way and they can't actually fully retreat. So they finally moved them.
Well, Price has actually got a pretty big army and pretty close to Asher, but maybe Asher's going to get this Panzer IV and then just go for an all-out push. Just try and
Sounds
overwhelm.
reasonable.
Yeah, overwhelm the doubles this. I don't think we've seen many more mines go down for Price. So that could work out for Asher.
Price didn't tech, so he had to read this.
Oh, is this?
Like
In
it
a
might
good
be
position.
going down this time.
Supplies for the enemy.
Ooh, misses the killing blow.
That
Man.
smoke might have messed his gun shot up, forced him to attack ground, and fortunately that's up to RNG.
crew. Get ready.
Yeah, RNG, take the wheel. And this walking Stuka hasn't really done too much. 4 kills in what, like 4 barrages. Hasn't been impressive so far. Troops getting suppressed by the MG in the center. Sniper coming around, but P4 right on top of the sniper. Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Don't think he
Oh.
spotted it. Got him camouflaged just in the nick of time.
Stuka's ready though. Maybe he's looking for the bay on the Stuka. It's a little weak though to shoot it afterwards. Yeah, it's queuing it up right now. Not a good choice for a Stuka strike when there's not really any follow-up or mayhem going on to prevent him from dodging it. So it's just delaying another barrage for almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, Price has been really good about the dodges so far. Ash is going to have to get a little bit more cunning with his barrages.
Playing with fire there. Letting a Panzer IV take a shot off like that, it can always end badly. It can just
The sector is at risk.
be a direct.
Yep, Panzer 2 coming in from the left-hand side. Going to look for some base action here.
He didn't rebuild a mine, so there are conscripts here.
They do Ura into range. Snare coming off. Is this forcing away the tanks here? I should try to apply some VP pressure here, but doesn't have his machine gun capping in the center, just slightly outside of the VP there, so not full triple cap right now.
Price is so close to calling in the IS-2.
He's going to have to start investing in tech. He
I don't
definitely
think
just...
he knows. He's just gonna like start PMing people, be like, "My game is bugged. I couldn't call it in. I need a rematch."
Maybe so, but
That's for sure what's happening right now. Oh, Mirage Flaw bugged the game. He made it. I can't make IS.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
well,
Everything is automatically his fault, right?
yeah. Actually coming in from multiple angles here, doing a good job, making it very hard for Price to position his AT guns at the moment. Trying to creep into range, but nothing happening quite yet. Oh, there we go. Oof.
Oh, nice hits there from the Ziscon. This one is definitely dead. Vet 3-1 too.
Yep.
Only 200 points remain. Double your efforts.
Price is bleeding hard. Hasn't got his tick started yet. And
I can just see him now, like spam clicking the button.
why won't this work?
The sector has been cut off.
Hey, he
And
doesn't even have tier 3.
Yeah, he's just starting
There
it
we go.
right now. I think he might be. I honestly think he might be right now because he floated up to 800 manpower there. Maybe he thought he could call it in and. Oof. People has to pull back. Doubles this connecting. Missing with the attack round long range.
Battle group going down for Asha. Oh no, he canceled the truck. Okay. Yak Panzer 4 got canceled. There we go. Panther in production. Pretty respectable versus IS-2. He's got so much support for it in the Panzer 4 and the Faust. No rack or anything. Incendiary rounds coming down on the VP.
Actually going to stick around to get the neutralized. Oh no, gets sniped and no longer capping it. Oh, looks going to take another AT grenade here. You really see the benefit of conscripts, you know, being able to oorah into range to get those AT grenades results in so many more snares.
Especially when the micro starts falling off when you have so many vehicles. You're moving around the map so much. Guiding your units, it's so much easier to eat it.
Shock troops in a bit of trouble. Before bouncing some shots here though. And he's calling in the sector assault now. Basically just for the pinning planes. They did get nerfed this patch though. No longer do quite so much suppression or the suppression of this quite such a large area. So not as effective as they were previously. Price has finally finished his tier 4 tech now, but still a huge chunk of manpower away from the IS-2. And Asha already has the Panther to counter it.
Yeah, that's not a good spot to be in. That's the worst thing. You're waiting for your H unit, but your opponent is already fielding the counter. But yeah, pretty ineffective sector assault there. There's no vision for the planes to target anything. So it's just 250 down the drain. But fortunately, he's been banking up a lot of munitions. No Goliath anything. Mines, I don't know if he's built mines at all.
Yeah. When you got 600 muni in the bank, why not just burn a little bit of it, you know?
True.
That was just connecting, but once again Lux gets out before the killing blow can come through, and here comes an almighty blow for Asha. Stuka targeting the Zis again, but Price on the dodge, and Asha is going to have to get predictive with his walking Stuka barrages because Price is well on top of the dodging. Oh, sniper in trouble. It's out of there. Now this is a big blob of folks. Not even the shock troops can make a dent in it.
Got our patented control group of our beloved meat faction.
And Price getting very low on VPs now, 138 remaining.
Losing territory.
And about to be under a triple cap. Stern Pioneers getting the final VP under control now. Panther takes engine damage, but he's just going to back it away to the mechanized, I guess. And Asha just charging forwards, looking for those Zis with his blob.
We have an isolated sector.
Before on the other side, trying to do some harass conscripts, oorahing forwards for an AT grenade. And they get it off again. So
Yeah, these walking Stukas have not been impressive at all. They've just been thrown out with no follow-up. There isn't anyone siding for them. He's shooting them way after the Zis has appeared, so they've definitely moved by then. You just have to... I think the best thing with walking Stukas is, or any rocket artillery for that fact, is just throwing them out when both of you are under like crazy engagement that requires your full attention. That's when those rocket artillery barrages really hurt. Stern Pioneers look like they're about to go down on the right side. taking out his repairs there for his Lukes and his Panzer IV that are both engine damage. Crawling way back to base. It's gonna probably require an immediate rebuild. Stuka going in for another barrage. Doesn't look like any follow-up ready on the shock troops.
Moderate damage, but no models dropped. And here comes the big boy, IS-2 on the field. Could this be Price's time to make a comeback? Panther is there to return fire.
Oh, but the Panther's shot first revealed itself and took a hit.
Okay, he's just going to call in the sector assault to zone out the IS-2. IS-2 doesn't even have the Pinto yet to shoot down these planes potentially, so...
Took down so much health.
Yeah.
It's like 40%. These camoed Zis guns, though, pretty scary.
Let's go around the corner. Zis rotating. Looks could go down here. Sniper did go down, in fact, though.
Wow.
And the looks makes it out. Zis didn't even get a shot off.
I was literally about to say how impressive it is he's kept his sniper alive. He's up to like 40 kills, too. But he's probably going to rebuild it.
Not anytime soon. Really strapped for manpower. A lot of low health squads in base waiting for reinforcements.
Wish Asha built some Obers. Would have been really good versus this guns and snipers.
Yeah, it might be next on the build for him. Or maybe even another tank. Just try to close it out. He is basically at a supply limit, though. They're going to come out on less than half health to try to do some damage. Oh, double Zis getting in for some big damage here. Oh no, that's the Von Ivan walking Stuka barrage right there. Half the rockets connecting with the trees. Raising damage to the Zis there.
Size 2 is so low.
The double Zis is zoning out the Panther, can't go for the chase down. Those Zis are pretty well vetted as well, spitting out some high damage with their improved reload times. Ooh! Oh man!
Wow.
What a turnaround!
Yeah, these horrible walking Stukas is really costing AshaBlois.
He's bringing in the Panther at low health here. What is this?
Oh, he's got the Blobberino.
He's got the Blobberino, but that Panther's gonna go down.
No way! What a throw!
That is a big throw.
Gonna go down too.
IS-2 on retreat. One more squad.
Oh my god. AshaBlois, why?
Price at 31 VPs, getting control of the second one now. Not out of this game yet, and what a huge throw bringing that Panther in. I don't know what he was thinking. Price can just easily recrew that AT gun. That was just nothing to him losing that.
Yeah, that was exactly what Price needs at 29 VPs, just to stabilize and pull ahead. Yeah, that's the only hope AshaBlois has. I mean, he's got resources, he's got time, but he's really got to start pressuring the VPs now, and then we'll see how he does it, because one thing you always notice when people start panicking is that they start throwing their squads at the VP recklessly and lose them one by one to where they actually can't have any map presence. And there's another terrible walking Stuka barrage. This thing's been on the field for like 20 minutes and it has done nothing.
Yeah, 5 kills.
Close to that one.
5 kills, man. That is horrible. IS-2 getting in there for some good damage. I think Ash is trying to save up for his own heavy tank, the King Tiger. Ooh, but IS-2 getting the wipe on retreat.
Nice.
You can really see the impact of the reduced scatter on these heavy tanks now. So much better at hitting those retreating squads.
Yeah, this thing is like a walking dice roll. It either completely misses or annihilates a full squad.
It's had its scatter reduced in this patch. Big AoE rework to it as well. It's all heavy tanks. And yeah, that is going to be the big boy for Asha. King Tiger rolling onto the field here. Let's see if it can get some wipes in return. He really needs it.
It's fighting versus 2 Zis guns and a IS-2, soon to be 234 with no support besides the Panzer IV. It's gonna have to start one-hitting squads of its own.
Yeah, I think what Asha's probably going to try to do is go for like a bit of a push combined with the sector assault and just try to get the VPs, drain them out those last 29. Not really look for a outright army victory here. Ooh, one-shot wipe on the conscripts on the sandbags. That's exactly what Asha needed, and does indeed call in the planes. Zoning out the IS-2, going for the capture on the center VP.
That was redonkulous. Here comes the KT moving up, taking 2 shots from the Zis here. He's probably looking to wipe the Zis, honestly.
Yep.
Conscript's waiting in the cut to throw an AT grenade. Catches it.
Engine damage.
Shooting. He's gonna commit. He's gonna commit to the Zis gun wipe. Gets one of them. The other one's super low, going down to the Panzer IV. If he can blow these up, he should be back in the game. Oh, look at this King Tiger. It's so low. He's gonna recrew this too. Wait, no, he's not recrewing it. Oh, and he blows it up.
Second one also going down. Price is
KT.
he's charging into the VP zone, but Price has actually put flames down on it. Going to do a bit of friendly fire.
T-34 is out. IS-2 is nearly done repairing. Oh no, this KT is gonna die.
Shock troops. Also
Unless he gets
down.
unlucky here with the penetration. Stuka's trying to get out of there. He's getting on the rear. This is dead.
But 18 VPs left for Price.
The bounce in the rear armor.
Stuka in trouble. T-34 potentially going for a kill on that as well. He's going after the Stuka first and foremost. IS-2 coming in from the other side, bouncing on the KT. Walking Stuka goes down in backplay. IS-2 going to spin around. The King Tiger's turret so slow. Look at how slow it's rotating. And down goes the KT. Price gets the neutralize on the VP, but Asha capping on the far point, 10 remaining.
Oh, is he actually going to get it?
He's got Vet 1. He's got Vet 1 on the T-34 going for the secure mode. P4 working its way.
He's got to commit to this fight here, take out his sweepers. There we go. He's going to lose the combat engineers to stall here, but is he actually going to get it? There's nothing nearby the left VP. Oh
Conscripts
no.
Uraying in.
Blocked it. Gotta stay there.
Asha gets the capture.
No, he's actually gonna get it. He's won the game. It's over. Oh, what a heartbreaking finale for Price. He was literally, look at this. AshaBlois literally has nothing but the Panzer IV left.
Yeah.
And he closes out the VP victory.
That sucks. What a series though. Back and forth action. Like Price getting off to a terrible start with a sniper and then just completely turning around in the late game. GG.
Feels bad, man.